After the call, I headed home, only to realize how empty the place had become. It felt like a hollow shell. This was the home Juliet and I designed together. Back then, she told me she wanted to live in this warm little place with me for the rest of her life. But now, every coffee set we picked out and every decoration we chose together was gone. She had taken away anything that had even the slightest connection to her. She must have been terrified I would remember our past. Even the flowers we grew on the balcony together had been dug out. Looking at the empty house, I let out a soft, bitter laugh. Juliet, you really planned this thoroughly. Are you afraid I'll remember and get hurt? Or are you afraid that if I remember everything, I'll ruin the wedding you're about to hold with Wilson? If you knew there was no antidote and that I would never regain those memories, would you still think this was worth it? I thought. I took off my wedding ring, wrote her a letter, tucked both into an envelope, and slid it into the gap behind the flower pots. Right then, my phone rang. My friend, Ethan Cook, hesitated for a long moment before speaking. Matthew, I have to tell you something. I think Juliet is cheating. I just saw her at the hospital door, hugging some guy. I murmured, it's fine. Let her do whatever she wants. He froze for a moment at my reaction. Matthew, are you okay? His panic made me laugh. What could possibly be wrong? Juliet and I are already divorced. Divorced? I explained everything briefly. When he heard I had actually taken the drug, he exploded. Those two are disgusting. Absolutely shameless. Juliet did all that just so she could marry him. She really cooked up every dirty trick she could think of. You gave up going to Tosperus Institute to stay by her side. Half of her achievements are built on you, and now she forces you into a divorce and feeds you a memory erasure pill so she can have a spotless, guilt-free wedding with another man? Who the hell does she think she is? A sharp pain crept up inside me, and my face drained of color. 5 years ago, when Juliet was at her lowest, I married her without hesitation. I burned every one of my contacts to pull her company back from the grave. Back then, every night, she held me close and whispered that I was her forever lover. But things changed. The person she kept in her heart changed. Bit by bit, she forgot everything I had done for her. She expected me to stay gentle, forgiving, and even excuse the sympathy she couldn't help giving Wilson. Was it really that hard to only love one person consistently? Why was I the only one who could? Ethan eventually ran out of curses and summarized it all with one final verdict. She's going to regret this deeply. She definitely doesn't know you never made the antidote. Let her suffer. You can finally move on. My gaze drifted to the gap behind the flower pots, where the letter sat. After so many years with Juliet, I knew her habits better than she did. Whenever she was upset, she would drink on the balcony. If she regretted it after I left, she would find the letter. Later that night, Juliet walked into the house and started tearing through drawers. What are you doing? I asked. Juliet's hands froze for a moment. When she turned around and saw me standing in the doorway in my sleepwear, she frowned and looped a scarf around my neck. It's freezing in the middle of the night. Why are you dressed so lightly? I ignored the question and asked again, were you looking for something?